Hey guys, what's going on? Been a while since I've been out here, but yeah, welcome back to Birds of Prey Motorsports. And gave him a call, told him I was going to come out and shoot another ride video and some fun. And I walked in, they gave me a license plate, and now I get my pick of the used, well, I'm picking out of the used ones because I like riding for a little bit, so I'm being nice. And I noticed that this speed triple here has been here. What year is this? 12? I don't know. I don't know what year it is. But I noticed that this speed triple here has been here since I bought my DRZ, since Mela came into my life in February. And I figured, what the hell? You know, she's a little dirty right now, but that's to be expected with the kind of weather we've been having. But I mean, look at her. It's a limited edition Triumph Speed Triple, which means it's got the 1050 engine in it. Other than that, I really don't know much about it. I came out here not knowing what bike they were going to put me on. They walked in, they gave me a license plate and said, take your pick. So I did. Play with this one and then come back and play with the R1 a little later. Anyway, but let's go ahead and fire her up, eh? And is she in neutral? Doesn't look like it. Of course, I can't see that. Nope. That's why. Didn't know that. See, when it's off, none of the instrument clusters pulled up, but when I turned on the kill switch there, it fired right up. Anyway. Sit here and warm up for a little bit. Man, it has been a really messy couple of days. But look at this thing, isn't she pretty? And this is the fun one. They've got the street triple, which has the same engine in it as the Daytona 675, so it's got the 675 triple. The street triple does, but this one's got the 1050. And if you guys watch Chase on Two Wheels, Triumph actually gave him a new Triumph Speed Triple to play around on for a few days. I think it was a couple of weeks, and he absolutely loved it. Anyway, hey, Mail's here. So yeah, let's go play. You know, it doesn't look like a big bike until you sit down on it. This thing is freaking huge for a motorcycle. Using the mail guy behind me to... Interesting. It's got little rev counters up there too at the bar, so you know when to shift. Get all that dust off. It really has been a really dirty couple of days down here. These guys are busy this time of year too. Cool. Oh, the foot pig's a little different. Well, let's go see where the friction zone on this thing is. Definitely a little different than I'm used to. I don't even know what the speed limit through here is. Some of these guys just make really weird videos. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying just there, but I felt really weird because I sped up and got up to 40 in third gear there, and then that cop came around the corner. There was another cop at the dealership back there too. So it makes you wonder what this, you know, well, they're hunting for bikes, that's what's going on. Man, that low, it's got kind of a nice low grunt to the triple this time. This is fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself right now. Couldn't tell if that was just a dirt road. Not something I was expecting, because I haven't been on this particular road before. The brakes are good. I really do like the brakes. Let's go. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. The steering takes a little bit of getting used to because the ergonomics are so different on this bike. So like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird for me. I'm getting used to it as time goes on. This thing I've definitely noticed has got some pull. Ride it around for a little bit and then start giving you my personal opinions. It's really easy to handle in low gear. Like balance wise, it's super balanced. Oh no, it's weird. It doesn't seem to like want to really dip over. Ah, until you apply the throttle a little bit. Once you apply the throttle, man, it gets up and goes. No real turning capabilities with without the handlebars. The turning's just not super intuitive though. I'm trying to get a feel for the handling here. Because it feels intuitive up into a certain point. And then it just does. So about right there is about as far as it wants to go. It actually pushes back at me, which is weird. It's really strange. I don't know, it just feels strange. It's just weird. Actually, the freeway is not that bad right now. dick move. You see the Ford? It's like, what the heck was that? The ergonomics actually aren't that bad. I'm fairly comfortable. These two are matching pace, and it's aggravating the hell out of me. In a straight line, this thing just kind of goes. Honestly, I feel like I could sit on this thing all day. Yeah, going a straight line just fine, but it just doesn't want to turn. And I noticed that first thing on my right-hand turn out of the parking lot after I'd first gotten on it, it wanted to keep going straight, and it wouldn't, you know, turn at all. And I don't know if there's some trick that I'm not recognizing or what's going on, but it's a little weird. Let's go ahead and do a U-turn here. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. I went on ahead and did some soundproofing on the inside of my helmet, and so I really hope that that worked. Wonder if it has auto cancelers. Man, I don't care what people say. And, well, not that I know what they say, but man, this thing's got Brembo brakes on the front, at least. I don't know about the rear, but those Brembo brakes work. Man, every time I touch that front, it just wants to stop, and it's awesome. Just kind of hoping it'd turn yellow so I'd get to sit there for a minute, so that way I could have the entrance to myself here, the on-ramp. Man, this thing's got get up and go. That's awesome. And it feels firmly planted too. That cop still got that guy pulled over. Why are you doing that? Do you not see the police officer? You're an idiot. Blow him up. It's just a little bizarre. I can't figure out the steering there. I don't know, it's weird, and I think it has to do with the weight of the bike and where the weight's set and how the handlebars are, but I just can't seem to figure it out. I can feel everything. I'd need to adjust the suspension in it, but I can feel everything right now. Every little nut in the road. Every time the paint comes over, like one of the paint lines in the crosswalk up here, the bike tilts with the paint line a little bit. I can feel the steering adjust like that. You can't see it. You actually have to be feeling it in order to understand what's going on. But it's weird. Where am I? It's not an all-way stop, lady. Man, this thing just sounds awesome. And the gearing just feels natural. For shifting, or where the gear shift lever is, it feels natural. The way it shifts feels natural. Overall, I think the engine and the transmission are well built. I just think that the steering's kind of its biggest fault. It's the thing that keeps popping into my head as, you know, fault numero uno. Just so you guys know, I have no clue where I am right now. Is that the bridge I came over? Oh, that's the bridge. Oh, bridge. Oh, that sounded awesome. I'm gonna have to turn around. No, yes, an actual road, not a dirt one. I looked very aggressive in the shadow right there. This is, I'm just trying to get a feel for it. I love the engine, absolutely love this engine. I think that the steering is kind of my biggest thing with it, is it doesn't feel right. Yeah, the steering just doesn't feel right. And I think that's a deal killer for me. But those brakes are awesome. Oh my goodness, if they did one thing right, they got the brakes right. Yeah, I really had to fight that turn. I keep having to fight it. So that's a deal killer for me personally, guys. Yeah, that'll actually, unless they until they improve that, that'll actually probably be the last time I ride this bike, just because you know, personal preferences, the way things are. Overall, things that I really did like about this machine, the engine's fantastic. It's got a lot of torque. I think it has a lot of pull, and it has the based on this, I don't know how many gallons this is or how many liters it is, but I really do think that it has the capacity and the engine, the larger engine bore, to go those longer distance miles. If you look, if you're into that kind of stuff. Oh, that's kind of fun. Anyway, so if you're, end up needing to, if it's going to be a 700 mile ride out and it's super twisty, I think that it'll do okay for, until you get into some of the sharper bends, just because of the way it steers. It always wants to fight in order to turn in, especially when I was turning in onto this road here before I came into the parking lot. Just getting it to go through the turn, all it wanted to do was straighten up, and I had to keep pushing and pushing. And then at the lower speeds, like when I was coming in, I'd turn it a little bit and it'd lean over, and then all the bike wanted to do was turn and lock. And I kept having to force it the other way in order to keep going where I was going. I don't know if you noticed me wobble back and forth a little bit there. So it was just counterintuitive. It doesn't, personal opinion is, it doesn't flow well with the rest of the bike. I think the transmission was fantastic. The transmission just kind of worked. It was super intuitive. The way the gearing was geared, or is geared on this bike, I think works really well in its favor, especially for the power ratio. I think the gears are where it should be. The suspension's really stiff suspension. It is definitely more of a sport-oriented machine, if you can't tell by the look of it, and the fact that it has speed in the title of the bike, in its name. But yeah, overall I think it's a decent bike. It's just that steering kills me. There may be a trick or something that I'm not getting, but I tried a whole bunch of different things, different presses, pulls, all that kind of stuff to try and get it to turn the way I wanted to, and I just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. So let's see how much battery I have left here. Hi guys, can you see yourselves? I think you can. I can't see how much battery you have left though. Anyway, so yeah, it's the Triumph Speed Triple. And then they've got a Daytona and a Daytona 675 and then a Yamaha R1 back there that I'm going to ride. Sweet! Alright, I'm going to go have some fun. Catch you in the next video.